Alright, so boom. Andrew Tate. I ain't got much to say about him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's an entertaining fella. He's been going through some legal troubles. I haven't really been following up on his case. Didn't really care too much about it. Still don't care about it. But apparently it's made its way to my feed. So we about to see what's going on. Apparently he's been framed. But I'll let Agent and Low tell it, and I'll definitely be giving commentary on it.
Play the victim. I mean, we are, but like, act like we still love him and stuff. Ha 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 ha. I mean, we are? Wait, what?
There's also ones that say, play dumb. I'm going to pull some tears out. Question mark, and play dumb. Good advice. Thanks, babe. So there's some pretty damning stuff right here, man. They're playing dumb, playing victim, crying on demand.
It's not damning.
These are damning, man. They're trying to frame our man Andrew Tate, man.
So he's being sarcastic, obviously.
This is framing him. Come on.
So there's a few things. One, this can be, it just really depends. Like, this can be evidence that they're conspiring to make him look a way that he's not. But it could also be evidence that they're trying to get out of a bad situation. Like, if someone was really sex trafficking you, you're not gonna be like, hey, stop sex trafficking me. You're going to try and be slick with how you maneuver your way. So
He just delivered that ball like that. The straight face, just like so leisurely.
You can get out. So it could be evidence of either. Like, I feel like people just kind of pick a lane, pick a team, and you ride with that team until the championship.
Yeah, whatever new evidence pops up, that's the side you want to pick on. You know?
Absolutely not. I have no idea what's going on in this case. I don't want to say anything stupid, but I think that people should just wait for all the evidence to be acquired and hear the whole case out, and then determine a verdict on said situation. But that's just me. That's just me personally.
The reason why we're taking this type of a stance is because there's also further information that would prove otherwise. So there's also more text logs that are saying, like, very specifically when they're talking to one another, no, this is like potentially a very dangerous situation. And I quote, he moved me into a house with 4 other girls. 3 of the 4 he's been with for 1 to 5 years and are the groomers. They normalize taking clothes off and sending them pictures all together. Tate's brother is dating blank from blank. She's broken up with him. He texts her, if she loves him, she will cut an A into her wrist. The A standing for Andrew. Straight up, it says, they are definitely trafficking women. I told you, now try to get out there quietly. Yeah, I'm going to get the other girl out. That's what somebody else is saying. Try to get the other girl out. Hi, Dad there. Stop.
All right, so boom, update to my consciousness. Apparently, he was allegedly trafficking women. Holy, yo, that fucking line of business is so disgusting. One, but people make so much off of it, son, and this shit is just weird. I don't know. Can't wrap my head around that.
Stop your messages now. Go low key, as you are in a very dangerous situation. This is a secure chat. They don't check the phones. I'm actually in the best position to be able to get out right now. So there's like very damning evidence in another chat log, clearly saying that they've been trafficking. They're clearly saying they're in even some of these are saying these girls are brainwashed. They don't do anything except stay at the house, and if they leave, everyone has to know. They are handlers too. Thankfully, I'm out of the house with Tristan. Actually lead to one of the other homes. So
be in total survival mode. Get low key. You are not going to be able to help anyone but yourself. I am being very realistic. Wake up to your bad situation and with no heroics. You're basically saying if you try and warn everyone,
right?
Gonna be fucked, yeah.
And she's like, no. I can warn them.
Yeah, I can save them.
I'm glad I came. At least I could save her.
Yeah, this is tough. I ain't gonna lie. This looks kind of bad. Crazy. But both of them look kind of sus. But these text logs look much more sus than the other ones. Like in terms of like damning for Andrew Tate. And
who is the person that is is that one of the girls that were inside? You know what I'm saying? Who is those text logs from? Was it somebody conspiring against Andrew Tate? Because they did have haters, and couple woman haters, couple dude haters, but you know, anybody with just the just to think that they want to try to sabotage everything he got going, they will say stuff like that. But I don't know what the fuck is going on in this case.
To be fair, we don't know the context of this chat log as well. The problem is, like, these are like way more chat logs on your screen right now. Like a lot of chat logs.
Jesus Christ.
But again, everything can be taken out of context, so no one doesn't really know. The problem is, like Agent just said, y'all pick a side. You pick a side, and then that's the side you want to stand on. This evidence to the Andrew Tate defenders will be basically irrelevant, even though some of these women are straight up saying that their women are brainwashed, they've been sex trafficked, telling them to cut an A in the name. There's also evidence of like
A in the wrist.
They're getting tattoos of some of the women's getting tattoos of Tate or one of the Tate brothers' name on their body as well, almost like branding potentially, we don't know. But all this stuff is like, it's mountains of evidence. And the reason why we don't always update y'all on things is because I don't want to jump out the window just because I want to be defending one side or the other and claiming that, oh, I'm just being neutral and fair. But the reality is, like, there's so much overwhelming evidence right now of what's going on with Andrew Tate, bro. Like, I don't know what y'all want us to do, bro.
I feel like, so look, first of all, a lot of this evidence shouldn't even be on the internet.
It should not. It's crazy.
So when something's being leaked, it means like there's a lot to it that we don't know yet.
Facts.
And I think a really good example was the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion case, because during the entire trial, it sure fucking looked like Tory wasn't doing it. All the evidence that was being leaked to the public made it look like he was innocent. And then we heard that phone call after everything was decided when he was on the jail call apologizing on the phone nonstop. And you could sit there and try and excuse it, but to me, it sure felt like it was in that moment that beyond a reasonable doubt he looked guilty. So in the same situation here, all we're seeing is leaks. Both sides are very incentivized to want to leak things. So there's many things that are true. One, Tate is a very polarizing figure right now. So if there was somebody that was going to get framed, it would most likely be him. But that doesn't mean really in this situation he's being framed.
Like, where am I? What is? Okay. He's a kickboxer, right? I was about to say what he does. I was about to say he's polarizing. What the fuck does he do? But allegedly let's get back to the video.
The most damning thing that we know about this trial so far is what we already know, and that's all the information he posted publicly about how he's very open of how he misled, manipulated these women to exploit them for monetary gain. And not only did he say he did it, but he was showing others how to do it in case they wanted to replicate the same model. So that's going to be, as far as we know now, the most damning thing, that what they're saying in these chat logs is true. What's also true is if you wanted to frame Tate, this is exactly what it would look like, because I don't know a sane human being on planet Earth that would look at a WhatsApp chat room and call that a secure line. There is zero thing secure about WhatsApp. I post on WhatsApp, I text my family on WhatsApp knowing that at any point, bro, all this could be public information because they're literally known for their lack of security. So looking at this chat log, it can mean many things. I feel like without all the evidence, jumping to a conclusion is dumb. You just go where the evidence leads you. So right now, looking at all the evidence, it looks like Andrew Tate is guilty of the things he's being charged of. So, but then I thought, because in my head I'm thinking, like, when you talk about things like trafficking, in my head it has to be forced. But even when you look up the dictionary definition of what sex trafficking looks like, let me just actually pull it up. The unlawful act of transporting or coercing people in order to benefit from their work or service, typically in the form of forced labor or sexual exploitation. So in this case, even though it doesn't seem forced, there's not quite literally a gun to their head, even though there's some evidence that they were physical with some of the women, it's 100% coercing. Like, no matter which way you want to split it, he's being manipulative, not just by what we're seeing in the chat logs, but from his own word on the videos where he was explaining how to do what he did.
And for the people out there who want to say, because the response to that, the rebuttal to that is, oh, that's just a character, it's satire. I would agree with you to an extent. It would be almost the equivalent of me saying, hey, this is how you rob a bank, man. I gave you an outline of how to rob a bank thoroughly.
Because when I robbed Bank of America, this is what I did.
This all I did. This is how I did it. And then a year later, there's chat logs coming from different people that I was with, or there's some chat logs from agents saying like, yo, we're gonna show up at Bank of America at 7 a.m. Make sure you get the AR-15s, make sure you get the masks and stuff like that. Like, it's outlining all the things that I also said as well. So yes, there are things where Andrew Tate has said something, you could say it's a character, but then there's also evidence pointing to Andrew Tate actually doing those things as well. So it's kind of hard when the evidence is there to say that it was just satire or it was just a character. Maybe sure some of it was hyperbolic, hyperbolic, but if I can actually see the things in which he's doing, bro, at that point, we're kind of getting to the point
the
where
video
the
just
evidence
changed?
is
Am I going crazy? Did the whole hue of the video just change? Like, did it change colors?
Tate has said something, you could say it's a character, but then there's also evidence pointing to Andrew Tate actually doing those things as well. So it's kind of hard when the evidence is there to say that it was just satire, or it was just a character. Maybe sure, some of it was hyperbolic, but if I can actually see the things in which he's doing, bro, at that point, we're kind of getting to the point where the evidence is pretty overwhelming. There's also audio as well from Andrew Tate. Some people saying it's AI generated. I don't know, it's maybe a bit of a stretch, but some people...
AI generated. I was just listening to 19 Keys and Red Pill talk about some AI stuff. But that's a different story.
People saying AI generated, but long story short, bro, stop jumping to conclusions, bro. Just stop, bro. There's going to be more and more evidence going to be given. Take every bit of evidence that you can and inform your opinion based off of the evidence that is there, not because you favor Tate or you dislike Tate. The other...
Bro, I literally said that 7 minutes ago. Low. I ain't gonna lie to you, big homie.
Problem I have with this is like, yo, people in the red pill community, y'all claim that y'all seek the truth, right? And so when y'all stop at just a handful of evidence...
When I say red pill, it had no affiliation to whatever reference he used red pill in. He's a actual person.
And just completely push aside everything else, or you don't even go out and seek it, then you're no longer seeking the truth anymore.
You're just a fan.
You're just a fan. You're literally in the Tate matrix now. Like, it's all you're doing. So again, you can at least go out and seek it. How you interpret that information is up to you, but at least go out and seek the information. Don't just like and retweet one of the chat logs. Go to the other chat logs, continue to look for more into it, and when you look more into it, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro, it's at bare minimum, it ain't looking too hot for Andrew Tate. All the things that they may be trying to pin him on, I don't know, maybe they may not get all of those things off, but at bare minimum, there's some things that he's openly admitted to that I'm pretty sure they can easily track, such as tax evasion, and they probably will hit him for that. So I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. Like, hey man, I just don't know what to tell y'all, but the evidence is adding up at bare minimum. It's adding up.
He was very, and even if he didn't do the things he's being accused of, he was so...
I ain't gonna front. Tax evasion to sex trafficking, that's a leap by bounds. That is a crazy leap. But I guess if you can steal, you can kill, right?
So flagrant in his disregard for like Romanian law that now they're highly incentivized to prove it, even if they have to twist the evidence. So like Tate would be the ideal candidate to frame if you are opposed to his beliefs and his views. He is the guy. So when he says he's being framed, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. And I think a lot of the times, if evidence looks away, it doesn't always mean it's away, because you need context and the truth is always elusive. That's the whole point of the judicial system. It will never be perfect until we can like put drugs in people to make them tell the truth, right? And
we could do that. You can do that.
Or like compel them to tell the truth, because most of the time people are going to lie. The prosecutor is going to use any evidence they can to convict Tate. They don't give a fuck if Tate did it or not. It's their job to prove he did it. They're gonna argue regardless of what the evidence says, because it's their job. And Tate, in his defense, which is why if you follow him on Twitter, the person managing his Twitter is nonstop retweeting everybody that's in defense of him. Every video that's saying that he's getting framed. But like for the people that don't have a stake in this, like as just humans on the earth,
y'all look weird, bro. Y'all look weird when y'all just jump to conclusions based off of like a small amount of evidence and you don't then follow that up with even more research. You just look weird. And you can't call yourself red pill. You can't call yourself someone who's a truth seeker. You can't call yourself someone who wants to be unbiased and is being objective if all you do is seek one side of the argument. Because that's what many people do. Stop DMing me, man. I saw it. I saw the evidence. I saw it. I read it. It looks like, oh wow,
there's no way people like they were taking time out their day to go about their day to DM you about some Andrew Tate evidence. That's crazy, bro.
Could be setting it up. It looks pretty damning in a moment. But I just sat, lay low, saw some more information, and I then came to potentially another conclusion. But just because something pops up, it does not mean like, oh my God, we got him. Tate is free, man. Release that man. They're framing him, man. Release him. It's like, bro, I don't know, but it's time to keep it being with y'all. The evidence is just adding up.
If I was one of those girls and I wanted to frame frame Tate. First of all,
Oh, I agree with you. Some of the things I would do this.
Coerced.
Without a doubt.
And maybe not without a doubt, but like very
No,
close to that. Like he coerced
He did.
for sure. Like he manipulated in every way he could to get the
Yes.
outcome that he wanted.
Absolutely.
That happens a lot, and it's difficult to convict people for coercion unless like the harm that's being done is great. And in this case, they might be able to argue that if they could start proving that there was some sort of like they were physically damaged, like they were very controlled, and like they couldn't leave the house in certain hours. Now you're looking at extreme coercion. It's not even like me trying.
Bitch, why you all up in my face like that, Lo? I almost knocked him out, bruh. Leaning all up in my grill.
To be persuasive,
I'm
it
joking.
has nothing to do with persuasion. It's just straight up coercion. I don't know. Like we're all like, I mean, hopefully we're all adults here. Like, just the evidence doesn't look good for Tate right now, and there's probably gonna be more things that leak. Some that probably support the theses that he's making, and then some that probably look like it's about to indict him. But if we're being entirely honest, they can get Tate on a bunch of smaller things like tax evasion, money laundering, and a whole bunch of other things that he was flavoring with. I feel like they have a better chance at that, and that way they just tie up his resources regardless. They could seize all his assets in the country and
Facts.
shit like that. But this case probably will take a while, and
Yeah, it will take
even
a
though
while.
he does seem like a guy that people are targeting, it doesn't mean that he's entirely innocent neither. So just wait to see how this shit unfolds, and as it unfolds, there's no point in jumping to conclusions. Like, it's not like you're his parent or you're his son. You're not incentivized to want to care in either way, and I think a lot of the times people feel that way because y'all see this and it's just entertainment. Like, you're entertained by the fact that he is dealing with some conflict, and in this case it's his freedom. And so like every new bit of news that comes out about how they extended, now he's in jail for another month, now people are talking about it, it's just entertainment. It's a distraction. Like it quite literally is. All entertainment is a distraction, but you being entertained by his lack of freedom is hardly an issue that we have to cover. Like, when there's something relevant to talk about and there's something really concrete, then we could jump on it, because like we like talking about these type of topics. But being confused why we haven't jumped on a story when it's never been our MO to jump on stories, because we've gotten things wrong before, and so you learn from those lessons, and then you want to take a step back. And in any case, especially when it's like dire consequences, this is a man's freedom we're talking about. We don't want to just jump to a conclusion, because that's where the momentum is shifting right now. Tate could be innocent, he could be guilty, but the likelihood is he's down the fucking middle. He's probably done some shit that he's capable of being indicted for, but it doesn't mean he did all the things that he's being accused of.
Haven't we
But
all?
let the evidence prove that.
Yo, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit it.
Well, I'm just gonna start it off by saying this. I do not care at all. So, good luck on your case, Tate. Don't drop the soap, nigga. Agent, you look good, brother. Slimming down very good, if I do say so myself. Low, still big, still beautiful. And for me, I'm out of here. Peace.